Blessings, everyone. It's time to enhance and amplify our creative and manifestation abilities beyond the realms of thought and the mental processes. Join me Sunday, May 31st at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time, US and Canada, for a 2-hour webinar where I will be talking about the very dynamics and mechanics of spiritual creation, setting the inner state and outer stages for success, troubleshooting miscreations and blocks. You can sign up by going to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can simply follow the links below and sign up at the Crowdcast webinar link provided in the description bar. It's time to create like an adept. Hey there, Capricorn. It's time for your weekly horoscope for the coming 7 days. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can always follow the links below. And the same applies if you'd like to sign up for the manifestation webinar I will be doing this coming Sunday. Also, for those of you who enjoy the incoming wave videos, this week's is already up under a playlist of its very own. You can find that on my main channel page by just simply clicking my avatar beneath this video. So, what is going on when it comes to this coming week? Well, this week's overarching theme, or what is overlighting all experiences, is the world upright. And I'm getting a very clean-cut focus on that which is about to evolve, or all things are actually going through a forced evolution. They're being forced to go through their evolutionary stage all the way to the end. We're going to be seeing a lot of end outcomes this week for all kinds of projects, connections, and relationships that we've got going on, as the world is actually accelerating evolution in all of these areas. Relationships growing faster, projects growing to their maximum potential, work opportunities, job opportunities, getting a chance to either be evolved or promote themselves. But it's important to also remember, with the World card upright, there is an enforcement of change. There is an enforcement of that which can change, that which can evolve, that which absolutely needs to evolve and move forward, takes precedent over that which is stuck, that which will not grow, that which might even be trying to turn back the clock. And with the World card, we're going to be getting a lot of huge hits of gladness and joy and elation over these huge victories and uplifts, but it is also going to be a bit of a mental check, a bit of an ego check, a bit of a emotional check when we see, okay, certain things that we may have invested a lot of time, energy, and pride into are not actually in alignment with the world. So when we see this build up, certain projects, certain plans, certain connections, certain friendships start to push out other ones. Those which are going places, so to speak, are actually taking up more space in your life. They are actually requiring more room in your life. And so, of course, that does mean there is also a bit of a dismantling, a bit of an overriding and an overwriting of all of the stuff that is basically yesteryear, things that will not go or keep up the pace, things that will actually hold you back just to simply stay where they are. The World card upright is saying, no, we are now enforcing everything evolves, everything grows, everything ascends. And this is ultimately a very positive thing, but this is going to be a bit of a spiritual lesson as well for a lot of people, because when things are enforced to evolve in a positive way, that which will not evolve in a positive way or evolve at all does get lifted out, does get pulled out or dismantled or cleared from the plate. And that is what you're going to be seeing happening all over this week. In fact, we actually have this 10 of Swords showing up here in your material circumstances. So this is work, this is your material resources, household situations. And with the 10 of Swords, I'm still getting the very clear understanding of a bad end to a bad situation. But because this is actually being enforced and created by the world, a focus of going into harmony and growth, evolution, and promotion, and things actually leveling up no matter what, It is essentially happening to something that has already been incredibly difficult. But what happens here is there's also a need for some radical acceptance, or maybe some begrudging acceptance, maybe a work plan, a job trajectory, a role, or a financial situation we are in is not getting better. And with the World card upright, we already see the greener pastures showing up. We already see with the Ten of Swords as well, the better alternative, the new playing field, the new job, the new role, the new place to live, the new source of revenue. But we have to be okay with letting go of something that is not changing. We have to be able to take our leave when the new opportunity presents itself. You don't have to do it prematurely, okay? You don't have to do it prematurely with this energy. In fact, the World card upright is indicating that this could just be a huge displacement of something that you became familiar with. Even if it's not exactly a healthy place you called home, it was a place you called home, metaphorically speaking. And so with the Ten of Swords, be prepared. There is going to be this quashing and squashing of something that you have been entangled with for a very, very long time. Maybe even invested in redeeming and making better, that will not go in that direction. Yet with the World card upright, it is actually being quashed and destroyed by something that is ultimately better, something that is an evolution, something that is a promotion, that is the transfer, the transition, and the abundance that you're looking for. But if there are unhealthy emotional or egoic ties to old outcomes that cannot be, it will be a painful transition to a positive outcome, which is a very interesting thing that can sometimes happen. Remember, we can't split things into dualistic black and white thinking. It's gone. Doesn't work anymore. As we get to the social side of things, the friends and family with the Knight of Pentacles upright, it does look like a lot of you are going to be getting a bit of a lift up from some very helpful allies who might either be working in a similar field that you are in. I'm not sure if this is necessarily a professional field or a creative field, an artistic field, a spiritual field. But the Knight of Pentacles is coming in and immediately putting their skills to work for you in a way that I feel is ultimately creating this uplift, helping you to kind of update or upgrade some kind of plan or project that you're already in to be better than something you could have created on your own. Now, again, this could be a friend, a family member, or some kind of contact that could be helping you in very, very, either subtle ways or very overt ways, whether it comes to, updating a website, if you have a website. Maybe it's somebody helping to connect you with a new big name client, or maybe even some kind of VIP opportunity. Maybe this is a direct reference to the new as it relates to a material circumstance that is substituting what we have been used to. But the Knight of Pentacles is coming in as somebody who is on the same quest, on the same mission, or living the same sense of purpose as you. So you have that support coming in this week. As we move on to love and relationships with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it does look like there is something playing out that we're kind of getting a heads up that a certain relationship norm is starting to dissolve or decay this week. And the reason I'm seeing it is a norm that is getting decayed. It's very interesting. As I look at this card, it's like I see the girl pulling the coin out of the cornucopia, deciding that this is not a good fit anymore. This doesn't belong here anymore. This is not making things better by being here. And this may be something that you and a partner may actually have to decide to do, even though it's been practically an institution or a convention in your relationship for a very long time. Whether it's how we do things together, how we do business, how we parent, how we socialize with other people, how we handle both of our personal families or our in-laws and things like that. The Ace of Pentacles reversed can often indicate the end of a long-term story or long-term commitment, but I do feel that this is something that you and a partner are agreeing to do mutually as something we have committed to doing as a couple. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles reversed and the World card upright, once again, I don't see this as negative. I don't see this as something to bemoan or get worried about, but we are getting rid of something that maybe once upon a time was a routine that promised a sense of security that we can't do anymore. And that's perfectly fine. It's because we are putting everything in a better basket. We are putting everything in a better household. We are putting everything in a better space. The same can also go for those of you who are currently looking for a new partner. You're single. The Ace of Pentacles reverse, however, is a little bit different. I do feel that you will be meeting somebody that is actually creating a sense of instability, but not necessarily because they're unstable. They're creating a sense of instability because they fly in the face of a lot of conventions, a lot of norms that you have gotten used to. But remember, some of the things that we get used to, some of the things that we consider norms or conventions or institutions in our life are not healthy for us. They could have been things that were programmed into us, right? Things that we picked up in our adolescence, in school, early dating, maybe even, watching our parents or however. And this person is really challenging that within us to see if it can't be pushed out. See what you can make of it, because this does not have to be uncomfortable. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.